My next guest, busier than ever. Not only starring in Celebrity Gogglebox alongside Giles Brandreth, but also raising awareness for a special cause very, very close to her heart, which we're going to talk about. All this, of course, alongside her role as Coronation Street straight talking, Evelyn Plummer.
I've got a cricket bat here. We're on air on it. Between you and me, to be honest, I've seen more life in a mint imperial. Nookie, you want Nookie with me?
What's a half Nelson?
Oh, it's a wrestling term. I might show you sometime when you're acting up. Very kind, Michelle, thank you. Could you just put them a bit straighter? Straighter. South Africa, have you heard of it? You cross the Sahara, turn right, and there it is. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a reputation to keep up, you know. One hard stare from me will strike fear into the hearts of men. And women. Yes, I'm an equal opportunity tyrant, me.
Maureen joins me now. It's so good to see you. And she's such a great character to play. She's proper Corrie.
Yeah. Good morning, Lorraine. You look marvellous.
Oh, so do you. You look great. It's just so good to see you. I love being able to talk to people. That's been the saving of me being able to come in and do the job. It's been terrific. Now look, Evelyn, she is fabulous, and it looks like she's got a romance going on. It's a whole new side of her.
Well, I mean, I think they've been trying to give Evelyn a whole new side ever since she came on the screen. I like the old side personally. You know, I'm not keen on softening her because I think it's a great balance in the show to have someone who speaks her mind the way she does.
Oh, we need people like that, don't we? We really do. Do you know who she reminds me of? Do you remember Blanche Hunt,
yeah.
Deirdre's mum? She's a wee bit like that with those brilliant one-liners and those zingers. And you need it.
Well, when you watch the old ones, you know, that my late husband used to write from episode 13 onwards, you watch them and they talk at the speed of the typewriter because it was written on typewriter, and it's so fast and, you know, so it's extraordinary. So, you know, bring a bit of that back. I mean, she's formidable, and I think she should stay formidable.
I agree. And also, what I really think, you sort of hit the nail on the head. We need the mature characters in the street. And you know what? As a huge fan, I just love those scenes where it's your character sitting talking to Rita, or having an argument with somebody, or just in the shop, or just on the park, or whatever. That's the heart of the street, isn't it?
Not driven by the plot, just sort of talking about why Donald Trump looks like a pompadoured Satsuma or something like that. Yeah, I know.
I know. That's what we want. So are you back at work right now, or how is it all working out for you?
Yeah, I was watching Marcus and thinking to myself, you know, in my day we made our own entertainment, but there is an element now of people, you know, particularly in my business. It's you know, you used to be able to waitress when you weren't working, but now there's nowhere to waitress. So it is tough, and I'm very aware that I'm incredibly lucky to have Coronation Street to look forward to in September when the Wrinklies get unrolled.
Ah, good.
And Goggle just goes on, you know. It's about, I think I do about 7 episodes, and they show us things that I've never seen before, Lorraine.
Well, that's the joy of it. You get to see shows that you might not watch, and some of them, I would imagine, will be not your cup of tea, and other ones, well, it's just to get... I think it's a great show. It's like we're sitting in the room with you. It's so good.
Well, you are sitting in a room with Giles Brandreth's house, yes.
Which is great.
And we did get to see some dangly objects last week, which I could have done without.
Yes.
And I realised afterwards I should have just said, you know, oh, look, 5 chipolatas and some dried figs. And is it a cookery programme? But I did.
Was that the one where they all get naked and then date one another? I don't understand that.
Yeah, no, I don't understand any of the programmes. But you know, we saw Dirty Den and Ange, which I haven't seen for years. God, they were good, those two.
Oh, weren't they? I've loved that, actually. I really have. I've loved seeing it. It's like the old Corrie, you're right. It's so good. Now, look, this week is myeloma Awareness Week, and I know that is something that you are so passionate about, and something, how can we help?
Well, myeloma is one of those diseases that people don't know anything about, and they mix up with melanoma, which is skin cancer. Myeloma is what took away my husband and my best friend, and it's a blood cancer. It's a cancer of the plasma, so it kind of gets put to the bottom beneath leukemia and lymphoma. So this week is awareness of the fact that it's a really difficult thing to diagnose. So most people get diagnosed in A&E when they've broken a bone or they've had a serious infection, because your immune system goes down, of course. And with COVID, it's really scary. They are very, very vulnerable. So this week, it's just to make sure that they're on the radar, that people are aware of myeloma as one of those. It's not curable, it's controllable, because it goes in and out of remission. So it's a difficult disease, and it's not one of the big charities. So I'm out here saying it is 24,000 people a year in Britain alone get it, and sort of 5,000 diagnosed every year. So it's something we just want to draw attention to and have people do what they can to contribute. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very sad right now. It's one of the really sad things about this whole crisis is that an awful lot of charities, especially smaller ones, of course, are really struggling because people aren't able. They want to fundraise, but they're not maybe able to fundraise. They can maybe make a donation, but it's quite difficult, isn't it?
It's really difficult, and most of us are kind of zoomed out of our lives, zooming for charity, because we can't do anything personally. I found a little charity play that Jack wrote, the last thing before he wrote, which we're going to raise some money with. But you do feel terrible every time you ring someone and say, "Would you mind?" "Oh, no, they said I've been zooming for charity all week, not again."
No, but it's good to be able to do something, and it's great that the position that you're in, that you can actually do that. And as far as Zooming goes, have you been in touch? I mean, obviously doing stuff for charities, which is great, but it's such a brilliant way to keep in touch with the family, especially your grandkids. You must miss them so much.
I do, and I've been Zooming them a drama lesson once or twice a week and reading bedtime stories. The drama lesson centred around a play I wrote for them called The Gorilla and the Unicorn, and we rehearsed over Zoom. I did it very, very professionally. We had warm-ups and tongue twisters and shaking out our limbs and everything. They were 8 and 5.
It's an audience. You've got to take it when it's there.
The best I've got. And they performed it in the garden on my daughter's birthday, and it was just wonderful. And in fact, I was talking to someone at the Observer about my Sunday, and I said that we did this. And the Observer, which of course is part of the Guardian, printed it as the gorilla and the unicorn, the terrorist.
Oh no, that was not what it was. Oh dear. See, communication is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. Now look, you're looking very glam, and I have to say, we're all talking about hair and salons opening, but you're staying with your pal, and she actually did your hair, and she did a brilliant job.
There's a lot of grey tat up there actually, but my PA. I said, you've got to cut it, and it was quite fun actually, because she didn't know what a nape was. I said, it's the bottom of the neck. She's going, well, what shall I do about all these tufty bits? I said, what do you mean tufty bits? But she did manage, but it's grown like a bush. It's huge, so I need it doing again, and I'm really looking forward, because I have a few dark stripes put in. And that's what gives me the sort of Badger and Bancroft look, which I so like. I've been so happy since I've been grey.
I think it looks good. I think it looks very, very good. And we're all very excited to go back to our hairdressers. We're very excited about that. And everybody's going to do it, hopefully, in a really safe way. That's what it's all about. It's just about keeping safe. It'll be the same when you get back to work in Coronation Street. They've got all these things in place to make sure that you guys are all right.
I mean, we're in separate groups, and we don't mix with other groups, and we don't have a green room, and we don't have a canteen, so we'll all steadily get thinner as the series goes on. But it's got to be done, hasn't it? I mean, we're all confused. That's the whole thing. We don't really know. You sit in the back of a taxi, and I did it yesterday, and I thought, the air conditioning's on, I mustn't breathe. So I tried not to breathe from here to Barnes,
Which is kind of difficult, even for you. Maureen, thank you for joining us this morning. It's been a joy. I hope to see you really soon, hopefully in person, but great to see you. Great to see you.
You too. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.